Welcome to all. Myself Archana Sharma from Noida Institute of Engineering and Technology, Pharmacy Institute, and today I am going to deliver my lecture on the topic filling of capsule, special techniques of formulation of hard gelatin capsule. I have discussed a brief overview about the capsule, what are its advantages and the disadvantages, and how the gelatin is prepared and how we are going to manufacture the empty hard gelatin capsule cell. Then in this further next lecture, in this we are now focusing on the filling of the hard gelatin capsule cell. Now we have empty gelatin capsule. Okay. The next important procedure is filling capsule. So, method of capsule filling. The large scale or small scale preparation of filled hard gelatin capsule is divided into the following general step. So, whether we are going to produce at a large scale or a small scale, the following steps should be taken into the consideration while we are going to manufacture the capsule. First is the developing and preparing the formulation. So, first is you have to develop the formula, okay, that is the composition of the API and the excipient which we are going to fill into the hard gelatin capsule shell. The other step is filling the capsule cell. Now, the other step is filling of the empty capsule cell. The whatever the formulation you have prepared in the previous step, that needs to be filled into your hard gelatin empty capsule shell. Then scrapping the excess powder. You have to remove the excess powder. Okay. Then next is your capsule sealing. After filling, the capsule should be sealed, that is the cap and the body portion of the capsule should be joined. Then finally, sorting is done, that is sorting is a procedure where we are going to remove the underweight or the overweight or the defected capsule. Then finally, cleaning and polishing the filled capsule, and after that the capsules are stored or it is packed. Okay. So, first step is developing and preparing the formulation. So, for the preparing the formulation, okay, for preparing the formulation, what type of excipient we need? Following excipient used in the filling of the capsule. So, first we need API. Okay. API is your active pharmaceutical ingredient which is responsible for showing or imparting its therapeutic activity on the body. Apart from API, the other excipient is needed. First is your diluent. What is diluent? It is needed where the quantity of the medicament is too small in bulk to get it filled in the smallest available capsule size. So, diluent is also called as filler. Okay. So, the basic role why we incorporate the diluent or the filler into the formulation is where the amount, where the bulk volume, okay, where the bulk volume of the drug is so insufficient that we cannot fill that much volume into the capsule shell. In that case, just to increase the bulk, okay, just to increase the bulk of the formulation, we are going to add diluents. Okay. Their only role, they are inert in nature. Okay. They do not have their own activity on body, they are inert, they do not show any therapeutic activity on body, but the only role is the diluent, the role of diluent or the filler is to improve the bulk volume of the doses form. For that purpose, we can use lactose, microcrystalline cellulose, starch are used for this purpose. Then glidants. What are glidants? See, when we are filling the capsule, the powder should move from the hopper to the capsule holding in bores. Okay. Then to ensure that there is a regular flow of the powder from the hopper. Okay. For ensuring this, we use glidant. Okay, to ensure a regular flow of powder into automatic capsule machine, glidant are mixed with the medicament. Example, magnesium stearate, calcium stearate or talc, and it is taken in the concentration of 0.25 to 1%. So, okay, to improve the flow property of the powder, the glidants are added. If it is not there, what will happen? It may happen that due to the generation of the electrostatic charge or some other reason, the powder stop flowing from the hopper, which led to the underweight or the overweight of the capsule. So, to ensure the smooth flow of powder from the hopper, glidants are added. Then anti-dusting compounds. During filling, a lot of dust comes out of the machine. To avoid this, anti-dusting components like inert edible oils are incorporated into the formulation. So, the role of the anti-dusting compounds is they just control the excess fumes or the dust which is generated during the filling of the powder from the hopper to the capsule. Okay. Then opacifying agent. Titanium dioxide may be included to render the cell opaque. To make the cell opaque, we use titanium dioxide as an opacifying agent. Then these are the excipients which we are incorporated into the manufacturing of the capsule. Then methods of filling hard gelatin capsule. Now formulation is over, and next is how we are going to fill the hard gelatin capsule. So, hard gelatin capsule can be filled by punch method, hand operated capsule filling machine, semi automatic capsule filling machine, and also now various automatic filling machine is also available, such as Eli Lilly and Company, Pharmatech automatic filling machine, Hofliger and Karg automatic filling machine, Genesee automatic filling machine, Park and Davis automatic filling machine. So, first we discuss the punch method. So, punch method is your manual method in which the pharmacist may use punch method, wherein the pharmacist take the precise number of empty capsules to be filled from the bulk container. The powder to be encapsulated is placed on a clean sheet of paper, glass, porcelain plate. Then with the help of the spatula to mix the powder, and empty capsule shell is held between the thumb and the forefinger and punched vertically into the powder cake repeatedly until it is filled. Finally, weigh the product after capping. So, what will happen in this method? In this method, we take a clean paper or a glass or a porcelain plate, and we incorporate, we add the API plus all other excipients which are used in the manufacturing of the capsule. Then with the help of the spatula, we are going to make a blend of the API and the excipient. We mix all the components of the capsule. Then we take the empty hard gelatin capsule shell and we remove the cap and the body portion. Then we hold the body portion in between the thumb and the forefinger, and then and then we fill the capsule in from this bulk of the powder cake. Okay, and we repeat this process until the capsule get filled completely. Finally, we put a cap over it. Okay, finally we cap the capsule and then we weigh the product. Okay, we take the weight of the capsule. So, this is your punch method. Next method is your capsule filling machine, hand operated. It has following part, that is, first is bed. This is your bed, okay, which is having 2 to 3 holes. Then loading tray. Loading tray is what? Where the empty hard gelatin capsule shell is placed. Then a powder tray. This is your powder tray for placing the powder medicament over the capsule. for the filling purpose. Then this is your pin plate, which is again having 200 to 300 pins to ensure the proper filling of the powder into the capsule body. Then lever and the cam handle. Then lever and cam handle, they are going to help in the performing the operation. Okay. Next, come to the working. The empty capsules are filled in the loading tray and it is placed over the bed. So, first of all what we do, we take the loading tray which is already having 200 to 300 holes. In this we place the hard gelatin empty cells. Okay. The empty capsule shells are filled in the loading tray and it is placed over the bed. Then after the filling of the loading tray, we place this loading tray over the bed. Okay. Then with the help of the cam handle, we are going to separate the cap and the body portion of the capsule. That is, we separate the cap and the body part of capsule. Okay. We separate the cap and the body part. Now, we remove the loading tray and keep it aside. Now, we are going to place the powder tray over the bed, so that the we can perform the filling of the capsule. The powder tray is placed in a proper position and filled with an accurate quantity of powder with the help of scraper. The excess of powder is collected on the platform of the powder tray. Okay. Now, what will happen? We place this powder tray over this bed. Okay. And we what we do? We pour the powder medicament over this. We pour the powder medicament and with the help of the scraper over this bed which contains capsule's body. And then what will happen? After that we lower down the pin plate. Okay. So, we lower down the pin plate, that is this plate. Okay. We lower down the pin plate to ensure the proper filling of the medicament or the powder into the capsule body. The pin plate is lowered and the fill powder is pressed by moving the pin downwards. Okay. So, and this process will perform continuously to ensure the proper filling of the capsule. After pressing, the pin plate is raised and the remaining powder filled into the body. Okay. So, this process the process of filling of the capsule is continued until the capsule body is completely filled. After the complete filling, what we do? We remove the pin plate and the powder tray, and we again place the loading tray which is holding the cap portion of the capsule. The powder tray is removed after its complete filling. The cap holding tray, that is the loading tray, is placed again in the position. Okay. Now, the loading tray which is holding cap is placed over the bed and then the plate with the rubber top, that is this plate. Okay. Now, we put the rubber sealing plate over the cap holding capsule tray. The rubber plate with the rubber top is lowered and the lever is operated to lock the caps and the body, and finally, with the help of the lever, the capsule and the body parts, the capsule and the body, the cap and the body of the capsules are sealed together. Then the loading tray is then removed and the filled capsules are collected, and after the sealing of the caps and the after the sealing of the cap and the body portion of the capsule, the loading tray is removed and we collect the filled capsules. The next, sealing of capsules. Okay. The sealing of capsule, why we perform this sealing? Sealing of capsule is done to ensure that further during the packaging, transporting or shipment, and whether and when we subject the capsule to the various evaluation or inspection test, during that further processing, the medicament which we have filled into the inside the capsule shell, it should not come out. Okay. So, the cap and the and that is the cap and the body portion of the capsule should not get it separated. For this purpose, we must ensure that the cap and the body portion of the capsule should be sealed properly. Okay. For that reason, we perform the sealing of capsule. This is done to ensure that the medicament may not come out the capsule due to the rough handling. This is done either by banding, moistening, spot welding and the thermal welding method. Okay. So, in the banding process, what we do, we place a thin sheet or a thin colored gelatin band at the point of the meeting point of the caps and the body. In banding, placing gelatin color band at the meeting point of cap and the body. So, suppose this is your filled capsule. Okay. So, what we do, where the portion where the this is the cap and the body, and at this position the two are meeting. So, here we put the colored gelatin band over it, so that the two part, cap and the body part, should seal properly. Okay. So, this is happen in banding. Then next is moistening. Moistening, what we do in moistening, we moisten the inner surface of cap with lukewarm gelatin solution. So, in this what we do, we take a cap and we just on the inner side, okay, on the inner side of the cap, we just moisten it with the lukewarm gelatin solution. Okay. Then what will happen? We insert the body part into it. Okay. We insert the body part of the shell, and then the what will happen due to the moistening, that is the softness, the cap part adhere with the body portion of the capsule. Next is spot welding. What is spot welding? Okay. Spot welding at the joints which leaves a ring like appearance at the point of sealing. Okay. So, spot welding, in this what we do, in the spot welding, what we do at the point of contact. Okay. At a point of contact, we just fuse the cap and the body portion, but at the fusion at that meeting point, it leaves a distinctive ring like appearance at the point of sealing. Then thermal welding, applying wetting solution at the meeting point, which causes lowering of melting point at the applied area. Okay. Finally, they are sealed at a temperature of 40 to 45 degree centigrade. Okay. In thermal welding, what we do, we applied the wetting solution. The role of the wetting solution is what? Is lower down the role of the wetting solution is just lower down the melting lower down the temperature at the melting point, and finally, we band or we fuse the cap and the body portion thermally at a 40 to 45 degree centigrade. Okay. So, this is these are the 4 different processes of the sealing of the capsule. Next is your sorting. Sorting is what? It is done. Sorting is done to remove the underweight or the overfilled capsule. So, and it is done with the help of the 2 machine, that is Rotovec and the Varicap 200. Then next is after the sealing and sorting of the capsule, we subject the capsule for the polishing and the cleaning purpose. Okay. So, again why we polish the capsule? Why we polish the capsule? Because to impart the desired lustrous look and to improve the product elegance. We polish the surface of the capsule, and again and also for if there is any dust particle or the foreign particle adheres during the processing and the manufacturing of the capsule, then for that purpose we also do the polishing and the cleaning of the capsule. So, the filled capsule should require cleaning, and small quantities of capsule can be wiped individually with soft cloth. So, if it is if the quantity of the capsules is less, then if the quantity of the capsule is less, then we with the help of the with the help of the cloth, we just wipe off the excess particle, excess dust particle or the foreign substance from the capsule. Then this further this is done by pan polishing, cloth dusting and brushing. Pan polishing, the Acela Cotta pan is used to remove the dust particle and polish the capsule. In cloth dusting, capsules are rubbed with the help of cloth, and brushing the brush are attached with the the brush are attached with the feeder, and the role of the brush is to remove the any kind of dust particle from the surface of the capsule. So, capsules are fed under soft rotating brush which remove the dust particle, as well as it also polish the surface of the capsule. So, this is all about the filling of the capsule by manual hand operated capsule filling machine. Then filling of capsule. Okay. Then next is the storage. After the filling, sealing and polishing of the capsules are stored. Okay. So, finished capsules normally contain an equilibrium moisture content of 13 to 16% to maintain a relative humidity of 40 to 60% when handling and storing capsule. So, there for storing the hard gelatin capsule, it is very necessary that the desired and or optimum level of moisture should be present, because if the capsules are placed in a very low humidity environment, then it will become brittle, and if it is placed in a very high humidity environment, then what will happen? Then the capsule will become soft, okay, and thereby it will lose its shape. So, for maintaining the desired shape and the for the storing of the capsule, it is very necessary that the moisture content should be 13 to 16% and the relative humidity should be 40 to 60%. The hard gelatin capsules are stored in a tightly closed glass or plastic container, and it is protected from the dust and the extremes of humidity and temperature. Then capsules become, as I already told, the capsules become brittle in low humidity, but are flaccid or loose their shape is stored in high humidity condition. So, it is very necessary to maintain the optimum humidity condition for the storage of the capsule. Then the special techniques of filling of hard gelatin capsule. So, in this we discuss semi automatic filling machine. In the semi auto filling machine there are 3 stations. One is there are 3 stations in the semi auto capsule filling machine: orientation of capsule, powder filling, then capsule closing. The function of the first station is include capsule feeding, that is the filling of the empty capsule shell, then aligning, insertion into the bores of the holding ring, then the vacuum is applied for the separation of the cap and the body portion in the first station. After orientation of the capsule, capsule cap can stay in upper holding and capsule body can stay in lower holding, so that the filling of the medicament can take place. In the second station, what will happen? Filling of the powder. We separate the holding rings, upper holding ring, and we put the lower holding ring on the rotatory table, and on the above of the lower holding ring we place the powder hopper, so that the powder will flow from the hopper to the lower holding ring which contains capsule body. Pull the powder hopper over the lower holding ring, and then agar inside powder hopper starts to run and fill the powder into the capsule body, while lower holding ring turns one cycle, push powder hopper to its original fill. Once the capsule body is filled, the powder hopper is back to its original position. Then third station, finally filling completes and capsule sealing. Now what we do, we remove the powder hopper and we put the upper holding ring and the lower holding ring together, and then we put the position intact holding ring in front of peg ring, and the closing ring is pivoted to a position approximately 180 degree. Then pneumatic pressure is applied to the peg ring, which finally push the capsule inside the bores of the holding ring. The finished capsule will be collected into the container. Then the automatic capsule filling machine. In this, the automatic capsule machine has been designed and developed to fill hard gelatin capsules with powder or pellets. So, we can easily fill the capsule whether it is powder or a pellet, and in this the whole process is automatically. Okay, the accurate operation for orientation, opening, filling, joining and ejecting of the capsule. So, what are the operation? Orientation, that is capsule and body alignment, then opening of the separation of the capsule and the body part, then filling, again joining of the capsule and body part, and then ejecting the capsule. Then compulsory spiral feeding in the powder hopper to ensure powder feeding and filling. Then dual capsule opening design to ensure all capsules are opened. Then electrical impact protection device is also there to prevent any further damage. Then safety sensing system is also installed it, so that if there is any kind of any event of problem is there, then the machine should stop automatically. Then automatic vacuum is also applied to ensure the complete removal of air in the dosing tube to give more accurate weight of the filled capsule. Then adjust the compressed piston in dosing tube to adjust the powder volume without changing the part. In machine automatically separate the caps and the body part, as I already mentioned. The body will be filled with the medicament, then there will be the scrapping of the excessive material from the body, then rejoining the cap and the body, and then sealing is done automatically. So, these are the references, and thank you.